Hey guys, this is Tom, and welcome back to another day of Cluster 2. Yes, that's right. Welcome back to another day of CCLP5. So, how's everyone doing tonight? And yes, it is Saturday, not Friday. I totally fucked that up when I made the announcement that I was going to do a chip stream tonight. So yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? We left off Cluster 2, and if I remember correctly, this is one of Andrew's levels. And I don't quite remember exactly if I played this in the voting. I might have, but I don't think I managed to beat it. So we're going to do it right here, right now. So, I'd say it's about time that we get going, shall we? Alright, that sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan to me. So, we can only go up. And it doesn't look like we can fit in there, so we have to go all the way up. And we'll have to come back for that chip later. Alright. Let's see. Looks like there's going to be something here. Alright. Doesn't look like I can get any of those chips. Looks like I'm going to come back here with skates. Let's see. I don't think I want to push that up. I don't think I want to push that to the right. So sorry if I speak a little weirdly. I still got the fuck you cough. It's a cough that I've had for several weeks now, and it just will not fucking go away. And it's driving me insane. And yeah, so yeah, I've officially coined the term the fuck you cough as A cough that just will not go away. So yeah, there's a new term coined. Alright, let's see. So what are we doing? Well, I can see let's see, what's in here? That just takes me straight back. I see what I have to do with this block, and that is push it down onto the fire. So that way I can make my way back. Doesn't look like we can go in there. So the question, though, is where do we want to start? Or what can we start with? Let's see, I can't do anything in there. I could maneuver these blocks around. But then again, do I want this button to be held down? Let's see, what would a yellow key do for me? I think it would allow me to get the flippers, which is what I need to carry forth here. So let's maneuver these blocks around. So, other news. I managed to set up a push to mute button. So if I need to mute to cough, for the fuck you cough I've got, then I can, I can do that and not have to worry about, going on for the next 20 minutes not realizing that I'm muted. So, yeah, there's one of the things. Let's see, I don't think we can do anything else in here. So, looks like now what we gotta do is we gotta run through with the flippers. Okay. So yeah, I think I see what I might need to do is get a tank in there. But let's go in here. We can only get one boot at a time. And we can go this way. Which allows us to pick up a green key. And there's certain areas in which we'll need ice skates for. And I don't think I want to drown that tank. And anyway, I can't get in there because, or actually, can I? No, I cannot. So we're going to need a bridge somewhere, and we're going to need 2 blocks no matter what. Question, though, is where we get the 2 blocks. What's in here? Aha! Okay. So I see that I'm gonna need these blocks to bridge back over. So I guess we can start by doing that. But I think I want to use them here. That way, when the time comes to get the skates, I can easily just come back here. Except, can I? Well, I can go in here. Anything under this block? No. I think I see what I might need to do is get this into a position so I can bring it around. Okay. And then once I get fire boots, but I can also go down in here and push this block over here, but I can't do it just yet because there's fire underneath that. So we got to remember. Let's see. Anything else? That's right, we want to make a bridge. But the question, though, is where do we want a bridge? I think we decided that we should bridge up towards the top. Or is that what we want to do? I think so. But I could also bridge down in here. And we're going to need a block somewhere. So, yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And then that's for the end. Okay. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to restart so I have more time, and that way I don't have to worry about running out of time. Okay. So we start with this. Just like so. Okay. Now we got a yellow key. And let's make sure I have a way back. Let's see, can't do anything in there. Can't do anything in there. It's all about what can I do. Which the answer is not much, really. Except I can go into this teleport and get the chip. Okay. And then, yeah. I see where those two blocks could be used. But it's time to grab the flippers. Pick up a green key. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily matter which way I do it. But I'm pretty sure I can, in fact, bridge this way. Pretty sure it doesn't matter which way you do it. It's always going to be 5 blocks. There we go. And then, let's see. Let's see, I can get this one out of the way. I can grab this. Let's see. That looks like it's all I can do in there. Let's keep looking. Okay. All right. As promised, we can grab this, bring this down. I'm not going to put it onto the fire. We know that one is under fire. See, just like that. All right. We can grab, I can unlock this, grab this. There's nothing else I can do. I think that's all I can do with the flippers. So time to grab the fire boots. Let's see. All right. Yeah, time to grab the fire boots. So, yeah, I can do it like this. Problem though, oh, but I think, yeah, suction boots probably come next. That would make sense, right? All right. So I can do this, and I've cleared the way for one of the blocks that I need. Let's see. Looks like the only way I can get that chip is via suction boot. This block is now retrievable. So, let's see, where do we want to put it? Oh yeah, I can also do this. Get the blue key. I can take this. I can also take these. Yeah, suction boot is next. So, let's see. I know I'm going to have to fill in the water space over here for the tank. So I could probably get a block. So yeah, I'm going to need a block in this room. All right. Let's be sure that we can, there we go. And then what are we doing with this block? I suppose when I get this, when I get the suction boots, I could let's see, I'm gonna need to get it in position here. So yeah, one of the blocks is gonna be used right in there. I can't take any blocks through here, so there's that theory. So what else? What else are we missing? Okay, I can bring it around up here. So it looks like that one has to go in this area, this general area right up here, because I don't see a way I can bring that other block up and about. So let's do this. And we want to bring it right about there. And then how are we going to get around? Like this? Aha. There we go. Up and right in here. There we go. So that's where one of the blocks is used. Let's see. There's nothing else I can do there. I've already gotten the chips in there. Already gone through there. Let's see. So I still have something to do with that block. I gotta get moving here, or else I'm gonna run out of time. This is one of these levels where you gotta pay attention to what you're doing. So yeah, you can't take a block up through there, unfortunately. So the question, though, is where does the last block get used? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? Could it be that I was supposed to bridge down in here, all the way down to the bottom? So that way I have the block that's retrievable. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what we could have done. Let's get the block out of the way. And let's see what we can do with the suction boot. Let's see, can I? No, I cannot. I have to go around. I can take this. There we go. I can grab this. I can put this in here. And then, if I was doing this correctly, I would have done it like this, and then moved it around. And then I would have been able to get it past that trap, assuming I had the skates. Yeah, that's something that caught me off guard. Okay. Well, we're out of time here, but let's see, what would we have done? Let's see, we would have gotten the skates right in there. And then we would have gotten those 2 chips. So yeah, had we continued, we would have gotten the skates, we would have gotten these 2 chips. We would have done that. And then we would have not run into that pink ball, but at least we can try again. All right. So yeah, we go this way. Grab this chip. Grab this. And I can't get any of those yet. And this is where you use dim blocks. Just like so. You can grab this, but not really that necessary. Okay. And then we head down in here, grab the flippers. Grab this, and then we can go up in here, and it's all the way to the left. All the way to the left, because we're going to need it to bring a block through this little corridor here. We can do this, and we can do this. And then this is pretty much all we can do up there. And open that up. Can grab this chip. Let's see. And then I want to move that block out of the way. All right. Okay. Check and make sure we are good to go. And it looks like we are for the most part. Yeah, looks like we are. So let's go ahead. Let's get the fire boots. And we'll carry on. There we go. And then we move this out of the way. We do this. And then we go ahead. We grab the chip that's in the center there. And then we can go ahead and maneuver this. Bring it up. And wait. There we go. Up and about. Except we can't go there. But I can go around. And we got to go around again. There we go. It's in a spot where we can retrieve it. Let's see. Everything is good back here. Done that. We done that. We did that. Okay. All right. Let's go and let's get the suction boots. Oh. Window went inactive. But if you press the key that got stuck, you unstuck it. All right. There we go. And we can't do anything about that little area just yet. But what we can do is we can bring this block and this goes way down here. I can take that. Put it on the trap just like that. There we go. And then don't forget this chip back here. And then don't forget these chips up here. Alright, so we've done that. We've done that. This goes into that water space there for the tank. And let's see. Other than that, I think that's about it. So all that we really need are the ice skates. Okay. Let's go finish this bad boy off. And first off, there's chips we can grab in here. And then, let's see, I can do this. Flip the tank. So now the trap is open. Alright. And we know where the last 3 chips are. They're right in there. But do we want to go for them yet? Because there's a thief here and it's going to take our boots. Let's see. I don't think we have any other place to go. And yeah, those are locked by sockets, so yep. Looks like we are doing this. The end without the skates. So we won't need them. Alright. Let's grab those chips. And now we can head back. Okay. there's 3 blocks, and what we're trying to do is get a block to the exit. So let's see. Well, I can get it started by this. All right. I don't see why I would push that block to the left, because if I did, I would be stuck. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna take some maneuvering. But it looks like I have to go in here. So I can get this block out of the way. And let's see, do we want to... No, looks like it's good. Okay. And then we can bring it down like this. There we go. This is a neat little area. Let's see, can I bring that block up? I could, but I don't want to. I think it's better to just do it the same way we did it before. I can also do it like this. Perfect. And now we just gotta go in here. Bring this around. And not fuck this up. Alright, there we go. And this level was not by Andrew, it was actually by Rockdet. So yeah, that was a good level. Alright. Lightning before the thunder. Well, that level took us a little while. We are about 1 hour into the stream, which also means it's time for a commercial break. So go ahead, get up, stretch, go get yourself something to eat or drink. I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. So please stay tuned, and I will see you on the flip side. Alright, guys, we're back. Let's get back into the gameplay. So, lightning before the thunder. And already I can see already a little bit of a lightning bolt. And what is this? A storm cloud? And there's a tooth monster in here. Alright, let's see. I don't think I want to take all of these chips. I don't think I want to take all of them. Because I imagine there's a socket. Or no, there's no socket now. But 19 chips to get a blue key is what that is. Let's see what we got in here. More traps. Okay. Alright. And then once I have 3 blue keys, I can go through. So I think I see what I want to do with this fireball. I want to have it be hitting all the buttons simultaneously. So let's see. And I also got to have room for, what is it? Okay, I don't know what's up here. Okay. It's probably another glider, I'm assuming. Or no, that's just a path. So, looks like we gotta have the fireball hit all 3 buttons and then make it blow up over here. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 buttons. So, we're gonna need this for sure. We're gonna need these 2 for sure. So, let's see. I could maybe start out going around this way and then turn right in here. No, that's not going to work. Or is it? The buttons will be flipped. Yes, the buttons will be flipped. Yes. But at the same time, at the same time, yeah, at the same time, we also got to be sure that we can hit this button. So let's see. It's going to turn right, so if I do that, it's just going to get stuck in a loop. Okay, so what about what about if we can figure out a way to make the fireball hit this trap button? And then we'll just need something to we'll just need something to turn it around. But the only spot I see, let's see. So we're doing this room. Okay. So that fireball is going to go down. It's going to go about, let's see. So how can we hit that button? Well, there's a few ways we can hit that button. That is, let's see here. If we can make it come up through this. So, as of right now, the fireball will just hit this button and then loop around. All right. What we want it to do, I guess, let's see, so yeah, it's going to go right there, and it's going to hit the button. I guess what I can do is I can have it go up here, and then we'll just need something to get the fireball unstuck from its spot. Which, how do we do that? Because otherwise it's just going to keep on looping, and we don't want that. It's already harder than it looks. Yeah, it's one of these. It's one of these guys. So, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, no, there's pretty much once it gets stuck here looping, you know. So what else? I am not seeing it. That's all right. We're only an hour and a half into the stream. But the thing is I started a little later, so what if? What if I had the fireball go straight up and then turn right here? No, that's not going to do anything. And then I've still got to hit that button. The thing is yeah, right. Well, I see a way I could guide it into the path up there. So now we just need to okay. Yeah, I suppose if I do this, and then take this, but the problem though is it's going to get stuck in here, which is not what we want. And the only place I can see this really being used is over here, except there's something else. I know I'm going to run out of time. Yeah, so I think I see how this can be done. So you run the fireball up and then down. You leave this one right here, and then you make it go around here, and then you make it go around here, and then you make it go up into that bomb. Alright, let's try this out. So you go this way, then you go this way, it'll turn right. So then you go this way, and since this will be closed, you can bring it around this way. And then you're going to want to have this chip be here and this chip. So we can go down in here. And then we're going to need this. And then we can have it go straight up. And into that bomb. Okay. Let's try this. So it's going to go up, go down, right in through here. This will be closed, right in through there. And right into that bomb. There we go. Okay. So now we have 5 more chips to take, and we just got to take 5 chips. That's not going to disrupt the pattern in any shape or form. So I could see this one. I could also see this one. I could see this one. Looks like there's some extra chips here. Yeah, looks like there's some extra chips. So I don't know how many extras there are. In case if you somehow find a really long loop, you know, you still got to take 19 chips, but yeah, I had a feeling there was going to be a few extras in here. All right, so that's already done. Now we can grab one of these blue keys. All right, now we got a whole nother puzzle to figure out. So where are we going to go? Okay, that's for the end. So try to think about parity. So yeah, we would only need the top two. And then we would have to get the bottom two in such a position where we can, you know, so I think I can do something like this. And then if I go around, but I only have 3 blocks. So one of them is going to have to yeah, the only way I can get it in there, get this block on this button, is if I use one of these, which I've done. So yeah, the remaining 2 have to go in here. Okay. And that's the second of 3 blue keys. Now, what do I want over here? This is going to be quite the challenge. I can imagine there's probably some extra blocks. So, let's see if I can figure this out. So the tooth monster, so initially when you're running around, the tooth monster is initially going to be right in here. And where's the tank gonna go? Okay, the tank blows up the bomb. All right. That's fair. So how many bombs are there total? There's 1, and then there's 4 over there, so that's 5. 5 total. I guess it involves stashing a bunch of blocks in here. Just so you can, you know. And let's see. Oh. I think I see. I think that's a secret hint up there. I think that's a secret hint. So where's the last blue key? Let's see. It's right in there. Okay, I guess I had to do something, but I guess not. All right. So let's go ahead. I think it would be, I think it would be easier to get it out if I do it this way. And then I can kind of do something like this. Bring this guy around. And then how do we get it? I guess I have to use a block. And this is going to be quite tricky. Whoa. Yeah, this is going to be quite tricky since I let him out. Alright, let's get him to a safe location. I guess I can... yeah, I think this will work. But the only thing here now is I gotta push a block here. So yeah, now the tooth monster is stuck. And I can grab this third and final blue key. And I'm gonna run out of time, but I want to go for the hint. I want to go for the hint. So push a block up there. And then, yeah, I can reach the hint. Alright, let's go. There we go. And then what I can do is I can do this. Good planning. Now you don't have to dodge the pink balls. Okay. But you can also do it like that. So it was not a secret hint. But we tried. But we're running out of time. And that's the whole reason why I wanted to try it the other method. So let's do the top first. So we're going to need yeah, there is a way you could do it. But let's see, how many blocks would you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks. And I imagine except I think I'd want a block up in there. Yeah, right about here. Because otherwise it's going to get stuck if I don't get it out of the way. Alright. Well, let's at least... Come on. There we go. Let's get this guy out. Oh, that's all right. I can make this guy run around. Oh, all right. All right, here you go. Right in there. So, that's open. So we can grab this. So as soon as I go up here, yeah, I guess all I have to do is just fill in the little gap. I don't know what the intended solution was, but let's fill in all of these. There we go. So we stand right here. And then as we go up, the tooth monster is going to go up this way. But I'm going to want to block here because it'll just go back the other way. And I guess I should also protect this just in case if the tooth monster does happen to escape. Let's see, I think we have plenty of extra blocks. So there's that one. So let's see. The tooth monster is going to go up. As soon as I step on this tile right here, it's going to go up. And then I should probably close this off too. And then I can just let it follow. This one has to go in the corner. So yeah, like this. And then down and into that bomb. All right. Back to this room where we have already mapped out where we want to do. Okay. I actually hit that button twice. And then all I gotta do is take those. And I could take a whole bunch of others, but I don't need to. Okay. So now a block goes down there, and push this block up there. This block up there. Grab the key. And since we have a spare block, since we have plenty of spare blocks, I guess we could also do this so we don't have to dodge the pink balls. And then I can just put another block in its spot. Let's see. Yeah, like this. And then yeah, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it's definitely a great way to save blocks. I still have plenty of extra blocks down in here. Oops. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Let's see. Question though is, where are we going to enter? Let's see. Looks like we can enter right there. All right. And these will be flipped. All right. Cool. So, let's do this. Right there. And then we're going to go in here. Now you don't, good planning. Now you don't have to dodge the pink balls. You can go down in here and look at that. Yeah, I don't know if that's the intended solution, but it works. It definitely works. So now we can go around, do it like this, and we can exit. Alright, not bad. My only question though is the top room. Was that the intended solution? Because I'm sure there was another solution where you had to maneuver the blocks so the tooth monster goes through the ice puzzle. And I had plenty of extra blocks. It was probably intended. But I also noticed I had plenty of extra chips in the right room, so yeah. Overall, not bad. Unsanitary waters. Let's see. How are we doing on time? Ooh. Okay. All right. Do I want to do this level? Or do I want to call it a stream? Because we kind of took some time on those two levels. Both levels taking about an hour each. And it's almost 11 o'clock. So you can probably bet what I'm going to say next here. Tell you what I'll do. Let's preview this level. So, unsanitary waters, looks like we start here. And there's some stuff. I don't know if I've played this. I don't think so. I only played through like a third of the levels in voting. This green button is quite powerful. Use all of its abilities to find a way through this mess. What does this do? Okay. So yeah, that gets it going. Let's see, what else is in here? Yeah, I can already tell this is... I can already tell this is probably gonna be a doozy. So... let's see here. Let's see what more of the level... Oh, I can't. Alright. Let's do a little bit more exploration, and then we'll probably call it a stream. Yeah, I think 2 levels is all we're getting. We're at that point... We're at that point in the set, guys. Let's see. I can get a red key over here. And then let's see, I can go this way without needing to go the other way. And I'm gonna need the toggles flipped if I wanna... Oh, right. Yeah, wonder what's down in there. Yeah, this is already shaping up to be one of these potentially really difficult levels. And that's the thing we gotta keep in mind, especially now. Because you know how long Another Perspective took after multiple attempts. Let's see, I guess you could go in here. I'm just assuming. Yeah, I'm just assuming, like I'm not... Yeah, we're just exploring the level a little bit. you know, kind of get an idea. And who knows, maybe, perhaps we might see something that could help us. Yeah, there's obviously not enough room there. So, yeah. Well, anyway. I think that's enough exploration on this level. I'm going to call it here for tonight. So, let's see who we can raid. It's somebody's birthday. We should probably go say hi to them. Let's see. Is there anybody else, though? There's somebody who's doing the Farlands, but we're not actually playing Minecraft Beta 173. But I'm sure we'll get another chance. And I'm just going to run an ad because fuck it. So, let's see. Yeah, I think we've explored all we want to explore, so this is, yeah, this is going to be quite a level. It's definitely going to be quite a level, for sure. So, I'll wait until this ad finishes, and then we'll kick off the raid here. And as a reminder, nobody has redeemed Firat. Nobody has redeemed the free wheel spin. And, you know, considering a channel this size, you should probably check, even if it's 2, 3, 4, heck, yeah, better make sure to check if it's been redeemed, because you might still get, if you land in between, you might still get a sub, if you so choose. Or if you decide to decline, you can choose from the wheel right in here. So, but anyway, that is going to do it for tonight. We're going to raid Space Cryptite because it's their birthday. Raid Space Cryptite. Or no, it's Kiprite, not Cryptite. So, let's kick off the raid. So that is going to do it for tonight, folks. So once again, thank you guys for watching. thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you haven't done so already. Check out my social media links. Join the club. There's a raid message. Grab the bottom message if you are a sub. Otherwise, grab the top message. Catch up on the latest VODs on the YouTubes, on the YouTube channel. And don't forget to wish Space Kiprite, not Cryptite. It's not Space Cryptite. It's Space Kiprite. I know. For a long time, I thought it was pronounced Space Cryptite, but no, it's spelled Space Kiprite. Wish them a happy birthday. Until then, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, wherever the world you are watching from. Take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye.